morning. Officially, right now, you should be watching day 27, but you are now watching a day 27, 28, and 29, with my conclusion tomorrow on whether I will remain vegan or not. Please stay tuned. Now, a funny thing actually happened to me on what would have been proper day 27. I drove myself to the emergency room and I was in the middle of having, believe it or not, a heart attack. The video that I had filmed the day before had all indications of me going into cardiac arrest, but I did not see it. Women, when we have a heart attack, it's a little bit different than men. All those signs of indigestion that I had, that was indicative of me having a heart attack. I have spent the last 2 days in the hospital, and luckily they were able to catch it in time, and after everything else, I guess I'm good to go, except for I have about a year's worth of therapy looking forward to, just monitoring my health and seeing the doctors and all that good stuff. Interesting things had happened basically with me being vegan. While I was in the hospital, they asked me what I wanted for lunch, which I just said anything vegetarian. I didn't want to say vegan and confuse them, because then they'd probably just throw me a few cucumbers and say, okay. They asked me if I was vegetarian or vegan, and pretty much spent 2 days like attempting to make meals for me that were vegan. I'll tell you what, I know this from being a vegetarian, and being a vegan, I guess maybe it's even worse. If you go somewhere and you tell them that you are vegetarian, or you tell them that you are vegan, it seems like they'll try harder to fill your plate up with food. So I was very well fed the entire time. I know this is supposed to be about health as far as veganism, but it has kind of taken on a new thing. Right now I'm very, very, very concerned about women's health when it comes to your heart health, and basically it's because you do not have the indicative signs of a heart attack. But I will go into that later, and I'm actually was wondering what kind of series that I could do after the vegan challenge, and I think I've found my series, because it's just very important. What you could know could save your life. If you ever have a sign of indigestion, and it's about the worst indigestion that you ever have in your life, please go see a doctor, seek medical attention, because you could be in the same boat. So aside from deleting day 26, which I was seriously thinking of doing because I was so wrong as to what was happening to me, I've decided to leave it there. And the reason being is because I want people to see what it's like pre-heart attack, what's going on as far as like your health could be concerned. It seems to me, some of the things that were going through my mind and some of the places that I was wrong, it just seems to be that's kind of what happened. Because I am a positive person, and I knew that I was going to make it. I knew I was going to make it out alive. So I enjoyed the helicopter ride as I was airlifted actually to a hospital that had a cardiac unit, because our hospital basically does not have all that equipment. I've never seen emergency act so fast. I was pretty much surrounded by 6 doctors the entire time, 3 different groups of doctors that I changed hands from or to. They knew right away exactly what was happening with me. Very glad they caught it. It just gives me all the more reason to actually continue eating vegan. And as a matter of fact, that question came up again and again as to what my diet was. At one time I thought they were going to tell me, oh, you ridiculous person, why have you become vegan? That's probably what caused it. That was just a little fear in my mind, but over and over again, the fact that I had become vegan, I was applauded. Any kind of reinforcement I need, I certainly got there. It wasn't the best of circumstances, but it did not tell me that I was doing something unhealthy for myself, because I was examined again and again for things. One of the things that came up and came up strongly is before I even began vegetarianism or veganism, I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic. Well, guess what? Now I'm not. So maybe the cholesterol didn't go away in time, but definitely I ended up not being pre-diabetic. Again, it's been quite an experience. I certainly didn't expect all this to happen. Nobody wants to wake up and drive themselves to the emergency room when they're supposed to be getting ready to go to work. Pretty much thought that I was getting an antacid. That's when they put me on an EKG, and no, I wasn't going to work that day at all. So there you have it, folks. That's kind of what I've been up to. Every single person there was very much supporting me as far as being a vegan, and you're talking about quite a few medical professionals. I was looked at the entire day. I was asked over and over again what I ate, what I did in a day, and all these other questions. They were impressed that my pre-diabetic state had gone down. This is not necessarily the discussion that I wanted to have on what it's been doing to my health, but this is a discussion with foundation, because even though I had not intended it, the medical world actually stepped in and had like stats what the veganism has done for me, even despite the heart attack, even despite anything and everything else. I do have a new mission. Basically, what I will be doing is talking about heart attacks in women. Very important, just because women do not experience the typical signs that men actually do for a heart attack, and just very important that the word get out there. Health-wise, I've got to say, as well as can be expected today. Today, just interesting enough, I did go and buy my tofurkey. Got to have my tofurkey on Thanksgiving, and there's a little thing about adopting a turkey on the label, so I might actually do that just as a pledge. Don't worry about me, because I will come back from this with a vengeance, healthier than before. It's not quite the discussion that I wanted to have as far as health was concerned. It was the medical profession that I ran into very much sanctioned a vegan lifestyle and applauded me for doing so. This is the non-official day 27 vegan challenge. Just know that on day 27 I was definitely meatless, because they took pains to actually prepare meals for me that were both healthy and vegan and had all the nutrients that I need. I mean, fruit plates galore, all the salad that I wanted, pasta, and some wonderful, wonderful rich tomato sauce. Thank you very much. I promise tomorrow should be a little lighter, and have a good day.